Hello and welcome back to my farm. Now today's video is a chat and play with questions and answers. Now I'm going to be playing my game just like you can see here. So enjoy the video action as I play Heyday. I'm going to be in the town, in the farm, in the fishing area and doing lots of different things. So just watch, enjoy and listen. Now, first of all, as I said, this is a question and answer activity. So I'm going to jump to my Instagram where I have some questions from some people. One of the questions that came up here is from Anderson J7, and he would like to know if I will ever be making my neighborhood public again. Now, that's an interesting question. Now, currently at the moment, I've just lost a member, so I do have space for one more person. And when it comes to situations like this, I usually just open up my doors for the first person to join us. Now, over the past few weeks or so, I've had members who have been absent because of summer holidays or because they needed to take time out for a little while for tests or whatever else. Now, I'm quite happy to let them leave and then come back. And then if they want to, they can stay in the hood and then take time out as well. It's not such an issue. But I do have the one vacancy at the moment. So if you are listening to this video, keep your eye out on my neighborhood because I will be opening the doors. And this is first come, first serve, please, everybody. So good luck. Next question I've got on this list here. Do you consider yourself popular? Now that's a really interesting question. And Ryan Marshall 8874 asked me this question. And basically, I'm quite stuck on how to answer this. I guess I'd say at the moment that I'm just starting out in the YouTube world. I'm nobody famous as yet. Okay, I've been recognized by the Heyday team and Supercell, which has been a big honor, and I'm really glad about that. So in that aspect, yes, I have become quite famous. Am I well known around the world? Well, I've got about 11,000 subscribers, over 3 million hits on my channel at the moment. But could I have more? Yes. So if you are watching my videos and you would like to make me more well known, please do share my videos with all your friends. Spread the word. Make me more popular because I just love being popular. Actually, I'm not sure if I do. I'm quite a shy person. Or at least I like to think I'm shy. It just depends on the situations. But Ryan, thank you. That was a really good question. Now, actually, I think what I'm going to do out here for this question is to pose the question to everybody that's listening to this video. What do you think? Okay, you've been watching my videos for a while now. Okay, some of you enjoy what I do, some of you don't. From both the positive and negative thumbs up or thumbs down I get sometimes. Do you consider me to be popular? Would you like me to become more famous maybe? It could be quite an interesting thing for me in the future. I don't know. I just have to wait and see. But at the moment, I'm quite happy to move along steadily, providing videos to the people that want them and enjoying the game. Okay, Austin Norman asked me an interesting question as well. He said, what are your top 3 favorite production buildings on Heyday? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Now, I'm a coffee drinker, and I must admit I love to drink coffee. And I suppose that if I were to visit my own farm, the first machine I would go to would be the coffee kiosk, because I would love to have a little drink, sit down there, enjoy my little area, and then walk around the farm. I suppose my next machine would probably have to be the cake maker. Now, I love cakes. My mother, she is really, really good at making cakes. In fact, my son is in England now for a whole month with one of his friends, and she is spoiling him rotten. He's getting cakes made every day. In fact, when I spoke to them both online yesterday, she'd just taken a chocolate cake out of the oven that she was making. I'm so jealous. He is so lucky because my mum's cakes are absolutely fantastic. And I wish I were back in England now for the month with my son, eating those cakes every day. I would put on pounds and pounds and pounds. So based on that, I think the cake machine is probably my next favorite one. Now the third machine. Ooh, now that's a tricky question as well. Okay, now I do enjoy eating cheese and I love milk and I enjoy dairy products. So if I were to choose the third one, it would have to be the dairy because a nice little bit of cheese in the morning, nice glass of milk, fantastic. That would go down nicely. Now, as you can probably guess that I'm choosing things based on food and drinks that I enjoy the most. And basically, I think if I were to choose the machines, it would be for that reason only. Okay, next question here. This one is from Daniel McLean, and he would like to know how did I find out about Heyday and what made me decide to play it? Oh, interesting question, Daniel. Well, how did I find out about it? Okay, it was one of the games in iTunes, and I wanted something that was quite relaxing and not too strenuous. I could play it, go away, come back and play it again based around my own working habits. And basically, Heyday was one that fit my tastes. Now, I tried Heyday, and I must admit I enjoyed its simple game style. It wasn't too complicated, it was something I could enjoy, and basically my love of the game has progressed from that moment. Okay, next question. Can I change my Heyday account to another Facebook account? Basically, yes, you can. Okay, you can open up another Facebook account. In fact, I have done so myself. I have three Facebook accounts, one for my family, one for my friends and work colleagues, and one for Heyday. Once you've opened up a new Facebook account, you then need to set that up on your device. Once you've set it up on your device, you then need to open the game and basically connect the two accounts. You are going to have to go into the settings and to authorize playing Heyday on that Facebook account, but it's very, very simple and it's not difficult at all. In fact, sometimes I would recommend having a separate Facebook account for Heyday games. Or for the game Heyday, should I say? Because, like myself at the moment, I have quite a few thousand friends, and no offense to all of my friends, I don't really want to mix up my personal posts with family or work with the Heyday posts, because I do like to keep some things separate within my life, and there are a lot of Heyday posts, so a separate account is really useful. Okay, were there any other questions on that one? No. So let's have a look at another question there. Now, I have a question here, and the question is when you were younger, what was your favorite game? Well, for me, when I was a young boy, my first computer was a ZX Spectrum 48K Plus. Now, to play games, you had to use cassettes and a cassette player. And basically, it took a long time to load some of those games up onto the computer to play. Now, what was my favorite game? Now that's a really difficult one. I suppose the one I enjoyed the most is probably Paperboy. You would ride a bicycle and try to avoid obstacles as you were delivering newspapers. Another one I enjoyed. Oh, it's difficult. I can't remember that far back. I'm an old man now, but I think Paperboy was probably my most favorite one. Okay, next question I've got here. How did you find YouTube and video games? Okay, well, ah, the reason I got into YouTube and the video games is because I joined a Facebook group. Now, within the Facebook group, I was asked some questions, and basically I knew the answers, so I provided those answers to the people within that Facebook group. Now, someone wanted me to show them how to do something, so I said, okay, and basically I was able to make a video on my iPhone, and I then uploaded it to my channel, and then basically copied the link over to my Facebook group. And it kind of progressed from there. I made one video, then another, and it became really interesting. People liked what I did, and you could say that it's taken off from that. Now, when I do actually use YouTube, okay, the person who watches the most games on YouTube in my family has to be my youngest son, William. He loves watching a lot of the Japanese gamers in Japan, especially when they're playing games like Minecraft and some other famous YouTubers that are out there playing a lot of other really cool games. I suppose my son got me really interested into the YouTube world the most as a way of providing videos to different people. It sure is great having young people in your family because they can really help you when it comes to creative ideas. Okay, right. The next set of questions will be on my Facebook account. And I have quite a few questions here from Jake Eggleston. So let's go through his list of questions and see what he's got for me. Now, his first question. Okay, do you have any pets in real life? Now, currently, I'm living in Japan and I am allowed to have pets in my apartment building. But because of work considerations and the fact that there is not always someone around to look after the pets, okay, my wife's at home as an example, my children are in and out. It's not fair on the animals to be left alone for a short time. You see, for myself, I've grown up thinking of pets as part of the family. So if I think back to my life in the UK, growing up as a young boy, my parents have had Yorkshire Terriers, Great Danes, they've had short-haired, long-haired collies, they've had quite a lot of dogs over the years. They've had quite a lot of cats. We've had tortoises, goldfish, tropical fish, budgies, cockatiels, many, many. Okay, as a young boy, I had frogs and tadpoles, but mainly my interest in pets were cats and dogs. And as I said, for me, a pet is a member of the family. And I really don't like leaving a pet home alone without no one being there to look after or to be part of their life as well. I think it's really unfair. So at the moment, okay, we don't have a pet, but my children would love to have one. However, it's not going to happen. If they were to be more responsible and look after the pet, then I might do it. But at this moment in time, no. Okay, Jake says he has a dog and two rabbits, and his rabbit's name is Nibbles. Now, that's an interesting name, but why do you call him Nibbles? Let's find out. Okay, his rabbit likes to nibble his fingers. And in fact, he has a bandage on his fingers now because of it. Okay, right. Now, everybody knows that I now have 10,000 subscribers on my channel, and I'm so happy about that. So thank you to Supercell for promoting me. Thank you to all you guys for sharing my videos, and thank you for all of the Facebook groups that let me post my videos in your groups for members to watch and then subscribe to. Now, if you are not a subscriber but watching my videos, do subscribe because Jake wants to know when I will get over 100,000 subs. I honestly don't know. Maybe by the end of the year could be a nice goal, but I'm not in a rush. Now, the fact that I've got 10,000, I've been told that the subs do come quite quickly after that. But it will depend on how many videos you post, and it will depend on if people like your videos or not. But I will keep posting them because it's something I really, really enjoy. Now, he wanted to know if I will ever make any other game reviews. Now, that's an interesting question. I'm open to that idea, but at the moment, my time is very, very limited. I'm an English teacher working in Japan. I do a lot of lessons within my job. I have my family life outside as well. And for me at the moment, Heyday is a game that I enjoy playing in my free time, and it's also become quite a large hobby for me. But I must remember at the end of the day that my family is number one priority for me. So will I start reviewing other games? Now I'm open to this. If game companies wanted to chat to me and ask me if I'd have a look at their videos, I'm quite happy to do that. But at the moment, I'm quite happy to stick with the Heyday game. I love it a lot and I'm not bored at all. So, at the moment, the answer is no. Right, next set of questions I've got here. Let's go and have a look. Now, for this one, I'm going to jump to my YouTube account. Now, a lot of people keep asking me how I'm making my videos. Well, just to let you know, I'm using Movie Maker on my computer at the moment. And basically, I make the videos on my iPhone and then I copy them to my computer. Once they're on my computer, I then use Movie Maker to edit and cut out things that I don't want to be showing up on the movie, or I combine different movies together just to give you a better idea of some of the things that happen sometimes. And then, like I'm doing now, I add my voice as an overlay to the game. So I use Movie Maker and I use my iPhone to play the game. If you want to see which application I use to make the movies, there is a separate movie on my channel that will tell you about the application I use. And it's a really, really good one. Now, in the very near future, I'm going to be changing my device. So I'm hoping to make even better videos, especially when it comes to imagery or size. But let's see how that goes. So I will be upgrading very, very soon. Okay, I've got quite a few people on my channel as well that have been requesting for people to join neighborhoods. Now, one person asked me, do I mind people advertising on my YouTube channel for their neighborhoods? Now, actually, I don't. My YouTube channel is a great way to get your name out to other people. If you do have a YouTube channel, or you do have a neighborhood, or you do something that's Heyday related, why not come to my channel and share it? I can link you to a video. I can point you in the right direction. I maybe can even recommend you. I don't mind. It's all Heyday at the end of the day. And anything that gets Heyday out there in the world and gets more people interested, no problems. But please don't spam every video with the same information. 1 or 2 posts is okay. But 15 or 20, as I sometimes have to delete, I think is a little too much sometimes. Pick and choose the most popular videos or the latest ones. That's more likely going to get you seen if you are going to add comments. Some of the old videos are still very popular, but not everybody reads the comments because they do get lost amongst all of the other comments, unless it's a popular one that stays near the top. Right. I had one person like one of my videos that I made when I was in Helsinki. Now, that video actually showed the map of the world and showed all of the lights as people are playing the game around the world. Now, Asmi the Weird Boy is a little bit upset that within the game Clash of Clans, they do not have a national flag for Malaysia. So if anybody's watching from Clash of Clans on that side of the team, he requests that you please add a flag in the game. Thank you very much. Okay, next question. Right now in my video, I made a really cool diamond video about where to find diamonds. A lot of people ask me, how can I get diamonds in the game? Now, I've had a really cool thank you post from Jeremy McGibbon. He says, thank you for the tip about receiving diamonds from the fishing book because he never knew about it. And he was able to go there and collect, wait for it, 98 diamonds. Oh, wow. So do check out your fishing books in the fishing hut in the fishing area. It's a great place to discover diamonds if you didn't know about it. Okay, what other questions have we got here? Okay, another one about changing my hood. Like I said, I'm going to be opening up very soon for one person. Okay, I've had a question from Ella Fox. She wants to know, can I report someone if they are using bad language towards others? Now, I did make a video about reporting people or booting people from your neighborhood. So how to report someone. Now, in relation to your question about reporting someone for using bad language, it will depend on the language and what's acceptable to you and the age of the members within the group. Now, let's just say you've got a group of people who are maybe from Australia. Now, I do know quite a few of my Australian friends are very vocal when it comes to certain language usage, and it's like second nature for them. But I do know some other friends from the same country who would never ever use bad language. Now, if you do have someone who is very disrespectful or using bad language in your neighborhood, basically you can report them if you want to, especially if more than one person does it. Because at the end of the day, I do think that bad language is really unacceptable in a neighborhood chat. Because this is a social place where people can be of all different ages or social backgrounds. So at the end of the day, bad language is not really okay. So yes, you can report them, but basically for something major to happen, for them to be removed from the game as such because of this, you need to have more than one person report them. Now, your best option with someone like this, if they're using language that's inappropriate, is for anybody in a senior leadership role to remove them from the neighborhood. And I think that's probably the best way to go. Okay, right. Now, next question here is from Angel Oreos. Oh, I love that name. I just love the Oreo sweets. They are really delicious. Now, the question I have here. Hey, Ricky, do you think we should be able to sell lures? Now that's a cool question as well. And my answer for this one is I wish we could. In fact, I would love to buy lures of some of the players that have so many, just so I can buy some of the decorations or pets that I don't have now. Okay, yes, you can get lures within the game, but if we did have that option at some stage in the future to buy lures, I would be really happy with that. Now, how the Supercell and the Heyday team can set that up, I don't know. Maybe they would need to change something within the toolbox settings for the actual lure, sorry, the lure box settings. Maybe you would need to allow those lures to be stored within the normal storage location, or maybe they need to be able to come up within the roadside stall. It's going to require a bit of a software change or tweaking to the software, and I'm not sure how they would go about doing it. Maybe someone on the team knows, and maybe it's an option they might consider in the future. We can only hope. Okay, next question here. Okay, someone here is asking if we can please come and join their Facebook group. Now, again, I don't mind Facebook groups advertising. Please, not too many though. And in fact, I did join their group. They've just started. Let's see how they develop. What else have we got here? Okay, Game Center requests. Now, I do get a lot of Game Center requests. Now, I must admit, apologies if I do miss your post about Game Center. But please do post any requests for people to join Game Center or for them to add you on Game Center to my channel as well. It's another great way of getting your name out there or making new friends. Okay, John Woodruff has a request for me as well. And what do you think, everybody? He says, please do a video on a fast way to earn XP. He said it will help lots of people, including him. Now, that's an interesting option. Now, do you want a video that relates to just earning XP quickly? Or do you want a video that gives you the most XP over the shortest period of time? What's your key focus? So as an example, if I did, say, wheating, I can earn XP quickly, but it's a low value. But then again, maybe if I produce something overnight, woke up in the morning, there's a lot of XP there. Maybe for some items that take many, many hours. But time-wise, okay, I might need to consider that when making a video. Watching something grow for or be in production for 3 hours, I might have to do lots of cutting and editing. But yeah, I think I will do one just to see how it goes. But not straight away. I will add it to my lists up. Next question. Okay, what have we got here? Matthew Asher says, what is your full-time job? Well, I'm actually an English teacher. I teach English for a living, and I've been teaching English now for about 15 years, ever since I moved to Japan. I really enjoy my job, and I do work for one of the larger companies here in Japan. I've been there now for 15 years, and my role is very, very diverse. I could be teaching young learners, anybody from the age 4 years upwards, and I could be teaching a senior citizen. It could be business or non business related, but it's really, really cool. Sometimes I teach kindergartens or at universities or companies. The work can be very diverse. Now, if any of you guys out there are thinking of a job in education, please do it, because education's really important. And I do think that teaching, especially the younger generation, is the most important thing we can do. Now, he wants to know is, do my students know that I am a YouTuber? Well, some of them do, and some of them don't. Now, when people find out that I'm actually a YouTuber, quite a lot are very surprised. And when they do check out my channel, they think it's quite funny as well. And a lot of people do like my voice. And it's really, really interesting to see their comments when they talk to me in my lessons about it. But at the end of the day, I'm not really supposed to be promoting my hobby within my work environment. So it's something that does come up in conversation sometimes when we talk about hobbies or interests, but generally I don't tell everybody. I wish I could, because it would sure be fun for all of my students to listen to my channel, because I think my way of speaking and the language I use in my videos is a good opportunity for second language learners to actually improve their listening comprehension and to try to shadow what I'm doing. I think YouTube is one of the better resources out there in the world for people to actually hear native speakers in different environments. Okay, and he also wants to know, are my classes fun? Oh, yes. When I teach young learners, they do enjoy themselves. However, it does depend on the time of day and how tired they can be sometimes. But I'm always looking for ways to make the lessons more diverse and more interesting. I'm not the kind of teacher who wants my students sitting at a desk all day. I like them up and around, moving, doing things interactive, discussing things. In fact, recently I enjoyed playing some cool learning games in my classes as well, and the students loved it. They got very competitive. Okay, what else have we got here? La da 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 da. Scrolling down, scrolling down. Okay, I have a request here from Mohammed Amin Aziz. He's asked me to go and check out his farm. He says that he's level 307. Awesome. Oh my god, I do not believe it. A level 307 person says that he actually likes my videos and basically has asked me to come and check him out. Sweet. I may just do that, and I might even post more of his farm on my channel. So, okay, another person's asking me for do a fastware burning XP. Okay, I had a comment here from Jazzy Rose. Now he's watching, or she's watching, I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure what gender you are, one of my earlier town videos when I first started. Now, please do be aware that when I first started with those videos, I was really slow because I was just getting used to the town and just seeing what I could do or couldn't do. So, yes, I was way slow, but they were old videos. Now, hopefully, I'm much faster, but you will have to tell me. Next question, what have we got? Let's load up some more. Okay, I've got a request here for me to join someone else's neighborhood. Okay, now I do have my own neighborhood. It's called Red Knight's Place. I am quite satisfied within my neighborhood, and I have a nice little group of people around me who play or don't play, depends on their own personal life as well. and we do interact very, very nicely. So apologies, everybody. Thank you very much for your invites and requests to join your hoods. But at the moment, I'm not looking to change. Now, I do get lots of invites or requests for me to join people's neighborhoods as well. And I do thank you for that. But I'm afraid I can't be joining yours, or I can't have you joining mine at the moment. But if you do want to join or be associated with groups that are associated with me, do check out my fan groups. There are quite a few fan groups that are using my name, so just search for Red Knight, and basically lots of farms will come up, or different neighborhoods, and then you can join those, and hopefully you will find one that suits your tastes. Okay, another person says, please do long videos. Now, this one's going to be about 30 odd minutes, so I hope this is long enough. But I do have some plans to do some more later. Alex Harris says, I think you like listening to yourself talk. Actually, yes, I do. I have a wonderful voice. I love my pronunciation, and I love to hear myself. In fact, every day I even look in the mirror and check myself out as well. So not only do I love talking to myself, but I enjoy looking at my reflection in the mirror. I'm quite vain. I just wish I were more handsome. That's the only thing. Okay, I've had some questions about how to catch heyday foxes, and Val Patel would like me to make a video on catching the foxes. Now, on my Facebook account, in my photo section, there's actually a nice little walkthrough guide with images that tells you how to catch foxes. I think I've even posted in the file section for my group a nice little bit of information. Now, making a video I think is a nice idea. I might just do that, but I would have to clear some space first just to make that video. And at the moment, I'm quite comfortable with my farm design, but maybe in the near future, it's something I really will consider. Because I do agree with you, lots of people like to catch the foxes, and if I did make a video, I think that would be quite cool. Okay, now I posted in my last video about thinking about bushes and fruit and things, and I had lots of responses on that one. Grapes, orange, blueberries, they were some of the ideas, and I do agree with a lot of your suggestions, and I do thank you all for posting those. Okay, Christine Callow says she's just discovered my videos and that they are very entertaining and informative. I'm so glad that you like it. Now, she said that my voice reminds her of some guy called Charles Lloyd. Now, I must admit, I don't know this person, but it's nice to hear that people do sound like me, or I do sound like them as well. Maybe one day I should get all of these people together, make one big video with all of us, and see if we do sound the same. That would be really cool and interesting. Now, the next question I have here is about how to spend diamonds. Now, I've never actually thought about making a video on the best way of spending diamonds, but that's actually a good idea. And this was requested by Manthila Ranatunga. She wants to know basically tips for spending diamonds. Now, that's going to be a bit of a challenge because I do love spending diamonds on decoration these days. Like recently I spent diamonds on the dishes. Now, for me to actually make a video on the best ways of spending diamonds, I'm going to have to think very, very carefully because I want to give you the best advice. I think the main advice I can give now is to use your diamonds for expanding your production machines. Add as many slots as you can to the key machines until they're maxed out, because in the long run, that's where you will get the most benefit. And then maybe later when you actually have the chance for the diamonds, use it with Tom. Okay, right, that's it for this video. I have no more time left, and it's been a pleasure chatting and answering some of the questions I've had. But time is up, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.